Okay, so something that I think is on everyone's mind is YouTube and students not being able to have well, it's not zero rated, so they can't really access YouTube without using data. So the method I'm going to show you now, we think is zero rated, but we really haven't had good confirmation from students. So please warn students at the start they need to check if it uses their data. This was the bright idea of Sue Webb in School of Geosciences. Hopefully it is right. And so you have to have the meetings tab in your Sakai course, and so you click on it. And please look at my Sakai video on how to set up meetings, which is another name for it is the big blue button. And a big thing that takes a bit of time is permissions. And so I've already set it up on this site, so I'm not going to show you how to do it here. It is in the other video. But the main thing I want to show you is that you have to, for students, make sure that they can create their own meeting. And I don't know how important, but edit their own meeting, view recordings, edit own recordings. So I'm not delete own recordings. These things is not so important. The main thing is that they can create a meeting. So they're not waiting for you. They can go in themselves to the site and create it. So you'd obviously click save. And then just warn the students, especially if you've got a big class, they've got to label the meetings well, put their names in it, tell them you'll delete them otherwise, and tell them to not keep on creating new meetings, just create one and have an open date for it. So let's look, for example, here, create meeting, and let's say, for example, I'm a student, so let's say student meeting, and tell them to put their names. I'm going to put Steph. They must click on recording so that it doesn't have to click on recording unless they want to save the YouTube video. So this is not so important. The main thing is here is if they don't click on a time, this meeting will always be available for them, and they don't need to keep on creating a new meeting. So you click save, or they would click save, and then they themselves would come here. And sorry, I can go back here. I don't know if it will let me edit it. Right now anybody can attend this meeting. If they wanted, they could just keep themselves in here. And I think they could click on this cross to remove anyone else. If they wanted to keep it personal. And click save. Okay, and then they would go into their meeting, and they would join the meeting. And if you've had experience with Big Blue Button, I don't think it's so important whether they use microphone or listen only. This is really if you're discussing with other people, but I'll choose microphone. And it does an echo test. I've never tried to cancel it, but I'm not going to try now. And it's fine. I'm just going to click yes.
You are the only person in this conference.
So I'm the only person in the meeting. So how they would do YouTube videos. So they would click on this plus button here, and they would go to, I think, share an external video. And it says add URL. So I'm going to just get a YouTube URL. You can choose anything here. I'm a big fan of Trevor Noah, so I'll copy that. Okay, so I've copied the address. I'm going to come here and paste it, and I'm now going to click share a new video, and it should come up on the screen.
One of the latest developments in one of the biggest true crime stories.
Okay, so it is literally like live streaming, I'm not sure if that's the right word, a YouTube video through Big Blue Button. And Big Blue Button, because it's run through Sakai, is supposed to be zero rated. So our theory is that this is a free way for students to watch YouTube. Please let me know if your students say it's chowing their data, because then it obviously doesn't work. But yeah, it's a great way that they could come in and then watch. I mean, you obviously want them to be doing this for academic purposes, and hopefully they don't do it for other purposes and then crash the whole system. So maybe, yeah, hopefully we don't, ICT doesn't get cross with us about this. But yeah, this is the way to put the YouTube video here, and then to get out you would go here and go end meeting. Yes, okay. I just wanted to check if the meeting is still, if I go back here, if I can still go into the meeting afterwards. Yeah, so once I've left, I can join again at any stage. So pass it on to your students if they need to be watching some YouTube videos for your course.